Imagine an empire born from the dust of the Sahara that reigned for nearly a millennium, a realm that stretched across the sun-scorched plains of what is now eastern Niger, a beacon of power and faith in a harsh, unforgiving land. This is the story of the Kanem Bornu Empire, a saga of trade, scholarship, and military might that unfolded from the 900s to the 1800s. Before many of the world's famous kingdoms even existed, this African empire held dominion over the desert. It rose from the relentless grip of the Sahara, a testament to the resilience of its people. From the very beginning, the story of Kanem Bornu is one of survival against the odds. It was a place where fortunes were woven from desert trade routes, connecting North Africa with the lands south of the Sahara. Caravans laden with salt, gold, and other precious goods traversed these ancient paths, creating a vibrant economic powerhouse. But Kanem Bornu was more than just a hub of commerce. It became a renowned center for Islamic scholarship. In its cities, scholars gathered to study, write, and debate, illuminating minds in a region often perceived as isolated. This intellectual light shone brightly, attracting students and thinkers from far and wide, creating a rich cultural and religious heritage that would endure for centuries. The empire's strength, however, was forged not just in faith and trade, but in steel. Its military prowess was legendary, its cavalry feared across the savannah. This strength was essential for survival, shielding its people from raiders and rival powers, allowing its culture and economy to flourish under a banner of protection. So, what were the origins of this desert throne? The story begins with nomadic peoples, bound by kinship and the harsh realities of their environment. They tilled the soil under a merciless sun, their lives a constant struggle for sustenance. The early state of Kanem emerged around the 9th century near Lake Chad, a confederation of different groups united for survival and mutual benefit. Over time, this loose alliance solidified into a powerful kingdom. A pivotal moment came in the 1300s when, facing internal strife and external pressures, the ruling dynasty relocated its capital, shifting the empire's center of gravity and giving rise to the Bornu phase of its history. This transition wasn't just a political move. It was a story of displacement and adaptation, of people forced from their homes by drought and conflict, their hearts heavy with the sorrow of what they had lost. Yet from this crucible of hardship, new social bonds were forged. The empire's structure became more centralized and sophisticated. The rulers adopted Islam, which became a powerful unifying force, shaping laws, culture, and identity. This shared faith provided a common ground for the diverse peoples within the empire's vast territory. The trans-Saharan trade was the lifeblood of Kanem Bornu. The empire controlled key trade routes, its merchants dealing in commodities that were highly prized across continents. Salt, mined from the desert, was as valuable as gold. The empire also participated in the tragic trade in enslaved people, a dark aspect of its economic power that brought immense suffering. Yet this very trade also facilitated the spread of ideas. Islamic scholarship flourished, with the empire's courts and cities becoming centers of learning. Libraries were built, and the study of the Quran, law, and science was encouraged, creating a sophisticated intellectual tradition that rivaled those in other parts of the Islamic world. Every alliance was a victory snatched from despair, every conquest a hard-won battle. Life was a delicate balance. For the common people, the empire offered a degree of security that was rare in the region, but it also demanded loyalty and tribute. The relationship between the ruling elite and the nomadic herders or farmers was complex, a mixture of protection and obligation, often marked by the stark divide between the powerful and the powerless. By the 16th and 17th centuries, under rulers like the famous Idris al-Umma, the Kanem Bornu Empire reached its zenith. Its influence was felt across a vast area of Central Africa. It was a time of immense prosperity, military expansion, and cultural achievement. The empire's armies, equipped with firearms acquired through trade with the Ottoman Empire, were a formidable force. Cities like Ngazargamu, the capital, became sprawling urban centers, testament to the empire's wealth and power. But like all great empires, Kanem Bornu eventually faced decline. By the 1800s, a combination of internal dissent, environmental challenges like persistent drought, and the rise of new external threats began to weaken its foundations. The Sokoto Caliphate to the west launched a series of jihads that eroded Bornu's territory and authority. The empire that had once seemed invincible began to wither, its light slowly extinguishing. It was a beacon that had burned for 900 years, but its time was coming to an end. The final fall of the empire in the late 19th century came at the hands of Rabi az-Zubair, a Sudanese warlord, and was soon followed by the arrival of European colonial powers who carved up its territories. An era of fragile power and interconnected dreams dissolved into shattered hopes. But the spirit of Kanem Bornu was not completely extinguished. Its legacy of resilience, its deep-rooted Islamic culture, and its complex social structures seeded the future of the region. The memory of the empire, of its glory and its fall, lives on in the stories, traditions, and the very soul of the people in eastern Niger and beyond. Today, as we look back, we are left with haunting questions. From nomadic dawn to imperial heartbreak, what was the true source of Kanem Bornu's incredible longevity? Was it divine faith that summoned its strength and held it together for so long? Or do the shifting sands of the Sahara hide other secrets, perhaps climatic curses or social fractures, that ultimately shattered its weary hold? The full story, the intricate details of its rise and fall, remains a subject of ongoing discovery, a silent cry of lost scholarship and fallen might. In the forsaken sands where the empire once stood, what untold stories and what hidden heartaches still guard the memory of its throne? The past is never truly gone. It whispers to us from the ruins and the landscapes. Thank you for joining me on this journey into the heart of a forgotten African empire. What are your thoughts on the incredible story of Kanem Bornu? Share your reflections in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this glimpse into history, please like this video and subscribe for more stories from our world's amazing past.